it's Brent in Central Arkansas. Got another microgreens grow for you today. We're going to look at some amaranth, growing them in no medium and auto watering NFT style. Alright everybody, we are going to do another grow, and that is amaranth. This particular variety is red garnet, and as you can see, the seed is very tiny. It's so tiny that this silicone mesh that I've converted to now is probably not enough, so I went ahead and put some other screen behind it, and I'm hoping that the red garnet just doesn't fall through it. So that's a limitation, obviously, of growing red garnet amaranth hydroponically, is that the seed is extremely tiny. But we're going to give it a go. So let me measure some up. I still got to figure out how much I'm going to put in it. A couple folks have mentioned being consistent with what type of measuring, like when I begin, how much, if I use grams, then weigh in grams. If I use ounces, weigh in ounces, and that's understandable. And I'd mentioned that in the comments, is that I bought this scale to weigh in grams because everybody was growing in grams, everybody that I watched their videos. And when I weighed, I bought the other scale and I weighed in pounds because that's what all the UK growers were growing potatoes. They were measuring in pounds, which is also our standard measurement as well. So instead of converting it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure in ounces, weigh in pounds, and then I'll give the conversion, so both sides, metric and standard, are covered. So okay, we've got the scale on. It's in ounces. It's at 2.1 ounce. I'm going to tear it out. That's just the cup. I'm going to tear it out, which means zero it out. I'm going to add the amaranth, and I'll bring you back and show you how much I chose to start off with. Maybe I should have started in grams. I poured 3 ounces and I just kept going. I don't know why, but we're going to see what that is in grams here. Let's change the mode. That is 85 grams. So okay, that's what we're starting with, 85 grams. Alright, we're going to hit it with my antifungal, just extra assurances. And always, if you're copying me, what I don't show you here is I sanitized. I actually washed it like I would wash dishes, and then I used a very mild bleach solution, but because I don't want to start with a problem. So I sanitized it, and now I'm using my antifungal. So let's start throwing some of the seed in here. I'll do a little bit of it with you sitting here. Ooh, pretty contrast. Need to get a little closer too. Just throwing the seed a little bit. Okay, that seed is extremely tiny. Alright, I'm going to finish it and I'll bring you back. There's the seed, and I did douse it with antifungal, so it's wet. And even with the 2 screens, some seed still came through, and that's why I put that bottom tray there. So until the roots start forming, as I spray for a couple 3 days, I'm not going to use the auto watering because this seed is so small. I don't want it to clog anything. So we're going to just do it like this. I'm going to put cover, some weight on it, and I know that also goes against the amaranth growers, but I just feel like it needs it, and I can't really explain why. So we're going to put some light weight on it. First a styrofoam board, then some lightweight, and see what happens. And there you go. I'm probably going to wet this down a couple times a day with an antifungal, and also I'm going to put a little bit of water in here just to keep the moisture level up, and I'm going to dome it and cover the dome with shade cloth because I don't have another blackout dome like this one, a dark dome. So that's what we're going to do. There you go. I'll bring you back in a couple days. This is what the amaranth looks like. Oh, it's so pretty. These tiny little seeds. I'm going to put the cover back on and keep some light weight on it. And the red dome is freed up, my blackout dome, so I'm going to use it instead of shade cloth. Wow, what a great surprise seeing this. Colorful look. That is so beautiful. Ooh, look at the roots. Incredible. Alright, I'm not going to put the top back on it here. You can see that's what it looks like. It's got looks like some little seed holes on it and a couple little plants as well. We're out here at my tray. This is what the amaranth looks like in the bright sun. Such a beautiful microgreen. And we're just going to take the sprayer, the 1 gallon sprayer, and we're just going to rinse it. And this microgreen is so delicate. I'm not sure how much rinsing it may need, but the precautionary measure is definitely worth it for the amount of water used. I'm going to keep it uncovered, just put a dome on there to keep the humidity in, and we're going to see what the amaranth does. I mean, basically this is my first grow of it. I don't even think amaranth really needs to even be rinsed. It's so clean smelling, and the roots are pretty awesome. That's the other thing about this rack that I like so much. You can rinse the roots off. Really cool. Look at that beautiful amaranth. Isn't that gorgeous? It's taller than the edge now. That's what the roots look like. Like I've said, I have never grown amaranth before, and of course I go all out first grow, but anyway, you can see here there's a true leaf beginning to form, and this has been such a wonderful grow for me, very rewarding, because I love the way the plant looks, and I just want it to keep going. I want to let the true leaves come, but really there's not a whole lot of room anyway. And since the true leaf is starting to form, I need to go ahead and harvest it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use my rinsing harvest table, to actually rinse them like we would if we were cleaning them to eat. Got my hose here, and we're going to set it on medium strength here, and we're just going to rinse these. There's really nothing, maybe a light dust that could be in here because I've rinsed it with clean water and I haven't had an antifungal since the first couple days. So amaranth seems to grow pretty easily. No trouble, no mold or mildew or smell or anything for me, so that's good. So basically that's all I'm going to do. Now the good thing with this tray is if the roots, like you see here, grow through, even though there's a silicone mesh on top of the tray mesh, which is a mesh tray, it should hold it from dropping. I probably should put my harvesting bucket underneath the tote, but this should hold it in place while I rinse the roots as well. So what I'm able to do with this is rinse the entire microgreen grow at one time. Now a lot of people have mentioned hose, it's got chemicals and stuff in it. I mean, plastic probably has some form of chemical in minute forms in any type of plastic you can possibly create. And it's probably true of metals, and just about anything you think of is going to have an issue. But if you'd rather, you don't have to, obviously, if you do this, you don't have to rinse it with a hose. And then, if you do rinse it with the hose, you can further rinse it again later as you eat it. But, so yeah, that works. That was great. So anyway, you can take it and put it over the sink and just do it with the, you know how ours has a pull-out kind, and it goes from a regular stream to a spray. So I could just do it in the house underneath the sink if I wanted to. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to let this dry and drain, and then the leaves dry and dry out some. I'm actually going to bring it in the house for the next part, and then we're going to get to harvesting. So these are a few of the microgreens taken directly out of the, plucked right out of the 1020. I just wanted you to get an idea of their size and how delicate they are. They're probably about 3 to 4 inches, probably closer to 4 inches actually. But they're beautiful, beautiful little microgreen. As you can see here, I've got the microgreens pulled out of the tray. Came right out, and it took almost all the roots. There's a little bit left on the bottom here, as you can see, but I laid it over. It's basically a carpet now. I mean, it is holding on to the silicone here, but it's really on there. It's like a carpet now. And when I made this tray, rinse and harvest table, I knew that I could take the screen off and hold it over just like this, but you'd have to imagine, of course, that this is upright and over a catch. But it's cold outside, and it's raining, misting anyway. And what I want to do is I want to do it in the house and demonstrate that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go ahead and finish dripping off here. You can see, well, let's see, it's dripping a little bit. After the rinse, I'm going to let it finish. And then after that, I'm just going to take scissors right here, and as I trim, they should fall into the tray. Doesn't have to be a tray, it can be any kind of catch. It's just the basic concept. So right now we want it to dry. We don't want it to affect the overall weight with the water. And also I need to be able to put a dry catch underneath here that'll catch the clean microgreens. I'm going to trim a little of these for you, like you see here, just so you can get an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm grabbing and I'm trimming just like that, leaving the majority, not the majority, all the roots which are underneath the mat, the silicone. And I can't go too far on this side without flipping it around because the weight will shift it the other way, maybe. Yeah, but I'm getting pretty wide cuts and a whole lot of microgreens with each cut. Also, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the split from the mat is right here, and I'm also not getting as close as I should or could. There's a lot of microgreen that I'm not cutting because I'm afraid I'm going to cut the silicone. Another way it could be done, I just noticed, is to shift it just a little bit at a time right off the top and just cut a swath all the way across. Like so. That allows me to get a little closer. And it keeps it kind of weighted from flipping over. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish it up and then we'll go out and weigh it all. I also wanted to show here that if you don't mind the roots, it's real easy to pull them out. Roots and all. I just got a huge clump here. I'm going to cut them off for the weight purposes, and I've tasted these roots, and there's nothing wrong with these roots. But if you don't mind roots, or if you're going to do this for somebody who likes the roots, then you can also just simply pull them out. Real easy. They're real easy. Real easy to do. This is obviously the roots, and I know how easy it is to clean already. So let me just show you. And here's the back side, and it's real easy to get off. Just take it with your fingers. Not even using my nails. And if I had both hands, I'd just hold one in and just go whoosh, 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 and it'd come right off. And then once you get all of it off, you can just take and pop it up against something like I do the side of the deck with the vinyl screening. It just pops it right off, and then rinse it, and it's good to go for the next time. Well, after you wash it. Alright, here is the finished product, and it is unfluffed. I mean, not fluffed at all. It was just taken out of the Walmart bag or whatever brand bag that is and just piled up. And I wanted to give you some perspective here. Here's my hand, and there's the pile. That's from 110/20. And let's take a look at just generally what it looks like. I want you to see that it's absolutely a clean product. There is no issues in this at all that I saw. If you see something, let me know, but I sure don't. Fresh and clean, and it looks like it's starting to lean. Ooh, almost lost it. So anyway, let me get them back in the bag. Let's go weigh it now. Alright, we're out in the winter greenhouse now. Let's scoop in down here and turn the scale on. It's on kilograms. Whoop, turned it off. Let's turn it back. 2 pounds. So we do pounds and ounces. Okay, so we saw that. It feels like it's about a little over a pound. 1.5 pounds. I don't even know if that's good for amaranth. Is that good? Excuse me, 1.5 ounces. Well, 1.5 pounds, yeah. Let's see what it is in grams since it's locked. Oh wow, it's 24 ounces. Getting it all wrong. Where's the grams? This one doesn't have grams. I guess it's 1.5 pounds or 24 ounces. We have got a lot of roots, so I'm going to weigh them. I'm not going to count them into the weight totals for the video, but I'm going to weigh them to show how much material is lost, keeping in mind that the roots are wet. Let me switch hands with the camera. More dexterity capable with my right hand. Alright, looks like 1.25 pounds of roots, wet roots, to go to the worms.